bedding is off. No. Don't like it. The bedding is off. I'm gonna fall off the bed and then that'll be something to capture on camera. Awesome stuff. Hello everyone, it's Liam Catterson here with episode 5, season 4 of Orphan Black, which is human raw material. So after this, we'll be halfway done with season 4, and I don't know, it seems like you're on holiday with this season, like you're having the time of your life. I don't know, it's just been a really, really greatly developed season, and I do think it's so far showing a really, really investing story. I mean, they've all been, like, every season of Orphan Black has been really, really neat. But, you know, I feel there's something more with this season. Like, they've put some extra weight on it. They've given it some spice into its, you know, meal, I guess. No, I've just been enjoying this season so much. And, I mean, last episode really, really was awesome with, you know, MK trying to extract revenge on Ferdinand after Helsinki, of course, which is, I guess, understandable. I mean, we all wanted him dead with Helsinki in episode 1, season 3, and MK, who is someone who we've, you know, adjusted to being a survivor of Helsinki. I mean, you can't blame her for, especially with what she had to endure, as well as the, you know, scar on her face, which turned out to be from Helsinki, because I was thinking, okay, what if she, you know, somehow removed it herself, like the bot, in her, but no, it was all to do with Helsinki, of course. We had the clinic thing going on as well with, which I'm sure is going to be a bit of a focus in this episode, considering, you know, Brightborn is in the mix, which I guess since this is a Neolution clinic, of course, Brightborn will be a Neolution product, so, but still we've got to take care of those two, because if you take down Brightborn, the Neolution is still standing, so, it's kind of an extra problem, isn't it? So, that's a bit of a doozy, but yes, this is episode 5, I'm really looking forward to continuing the season, so with that said, let's go.
Good, shot to the groin, like, perfect.
You know, you can be a victim, or you can totally get to the bottom of it, you know?
Good.
So I've been doing all this internet research,
Go on,
and I discovered
Krystal.
that Diane, Hector, and the twins, they're all connected.
Oh.
Especially with her whole ordeal last
How you
season,
been
she's
doing
going
that?
to
You're
be
so strong.
I'm
really,
training,
really on it.
like I'm on it.
Gene connection. That's the company Felix used to find his biosister. I don't know.
Oh.
They're owned by Brightborn. I knew there was something about Adele.
No, you don't.
Are we just jumping to...
Coincidence.
Yeah. Hopefully it's just a coincidence.
I've researched everywhere, academic journals, medical forums. I can't find
That's
any
really
data
interesting.
on
So
the Brightborn
Neolution,
treatment.
who
The
will
enhancement
basically
for
fund
embryos? Enhancement can mean anything.
Brightborn, and there's other companies. It's
Isn't sharing it with the scientific
a
community.
nasty web of companies.
Oh, dude.
Is that a rocket ship?
You can call it that. I've met men who do.
This gene
Oh my god, that's the best.
the way you found Adele. It's connected to Neolution.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Because
Oh my
they're...
god, you're still on this. I
Yeah.
can't understand.
I was going to say there's been a
It's
strain.
substantial retainer, Frank. Oh, hi, Sam.
So, maybe don't play the lesbian angle too much?
I'm just gonna let that one slide.
Oh! Oh! Oh no.
Wow, I look like a geriatric skateboarder.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Alright, this is you.
No, it
Alice
looks
makes
cool.
kick-ass ID.
It looks okay.
David Jakubowski. I don't know.
David Jakubowski. They're not going to buy that.
The plastic bubble. My
Oh.
immune system was severely compromised, a condition known as SCID.
Severe combined
I
immunodeficiency.
had pneumonia 8 times. I had a bone marrow transplant. The
So
doctors
is
told us
This
this
Brightborn
was
thing...
my life. But the Chos are a fierce and stubborn family. My parents, they lobbied, researched,
You know that
and
Neolution is
mortgaged
gene
our
editing.
home
Is this
in
to
Poland.
fix, like, defects?
In 1994,
I'm late. I'm late for my
Oh.
own pregnancy.
That's fine. Your name, please?
Wasn't the whole idea to play down the Flash even further, like
I've heard
the
so much about you guys.
style?
I am so excited about my own little Brightborn baby. It's It's a natural urge.
Not just an urge, it's an imperative. Every living species.
Oh, this is going to play on Donnie's mind as well because
our genes
oh
have a
no,
selfish drive to multiply.
because Helena's still pregnant and
Did
Ali
you have to hold
can't.
him?
Oh, yeah.
Do it, Donnie. Do it. See, for the common folk, this Brightborn situation is a really, really.
Oh my god, he's so cute! Look at him and his little dimples.
Oh no!
Mr. Dimple.
What? They sold the drugs through a soap store. Bubble bath and shit. Unbelievable, right?
Well, what goes on in the suburbs never ceases to surprise.
Nope. Nope.
One cop to another.
Focus
That's
on your real
probably just
family.
having a crisis right now.
Your kids. Your ex. Let Beth go.
This guy's an absolute creep.
Cosima.
Look, I'm not your Prego sister's keeper, okay? You dumped Helene on us 3 months ago, only to bring all this crap back on us. You are so self-righteous, you know that? Hello?
Oof.
Bitch.
I'm sure they've done that before, like bitch, yeah.
They're technical, actually.
Oh.
Of course. The nice little.
I was a biology major, so I noticed that in all of the pictures, thank you, by the way, the babies have dimples. It's highly unlikely for that to express itself in every
So
child.
of the
Perhaps
like
babies
what
with
the
dimples are
gene
more
editing.
likely to be photographed.
Whew.
So it's my conversation.
Dimples are okay, but I'm saying
Right.
it's probably
When
a
you say
side effect
embryonic
of the
enhancements,
like
what
gene.
it's very risky. Any mistake in that mutation is passed on to future generations.
And that is why germline editing is illegal in most countries.
Mom. What? I tell you about my dreams sometimes.
It's not like that.
What's it like then?
This is the problem though.
Let's talk to Ed about
You're
it instead.
playing with risk in hopes for a better tomorrow, I guess, for you.
You poached our DNA.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that might be crossing the line, but, I mean, she's got her suspicions, and I was going to say Felix might have that bit of hope that he might be a bit blinded, and, still, the DNA thing is a bit,
They're conducting human experiments. Stem cells in cosmetics.
I'm sorry, and what?
yeah.
This woman, and she
Oh,
got stem cell treatment, right?
okay,
I'm like that guy who-
okay,
And if
Krystal.
that French blonde
I
doctor
believe
hadn't
you.
saved me, I would be like physically dead right now.
Wait, who?
French doctor. Do you mean Dr. Cormier?
Yeah.
You know my name.
Oh no. Oh. Those lessons paid off. I knew this was not going to go down well.
It's never easy with you though, is it, Sarah?
I guess not.
Are you an asshole, or is it just that thing in your face?
Oh. I'm dead.
Sorry, did you submit your DNA first or did Felix?
Sarah, I'm sorry I'm such an albatross for you. I love my new brother.
I just don't believe
We're going into this.
Really?
We're going into
I
this.
should just
No,
go.
you know what? I think you should stay. Maybe you should go.
Felix!
What?
Come on!
Oh.
What age are you?
Hey, Scott.
Family drama. No one else cheering?
She's my sister, isn't she?
Come on. Just get it out with it.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Well, at least that's that way, but Felix is still going to feel that betrayal, isn't he? That she didn't trust, that she was so... This is the thing, though.
May we be excused?
Yes, sir. Of course you can.
This is the thing, though. Felix is going to think she's putting all of this corporation shit first, rather than Felix's emotions.
Greatly. You're gonna hear from my lawyer about this.
Sure, and you are more than welcome.
Oh, shit!
Stay calm. Stay calm. Everything is okay.
I have seen that face before.
Things are okay. You know what?
Poor Ira.
Those
Braxton Hicks.
I don't think he has an idea, but
Not anymore. She's fully dilated.
we know when the shit going down.
Bed for me, then.
She's
out.
What the? Oh.
Shit. Positive for BP syndrome. Oral facial collapse. Epidermal anomalies. Severe popliteal webbing.
That's where they can do their experimentations, can't they?
Cosima.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. It is a passionate subject for all of us.
How can you even support this? You don't even know the
Terrific.
long-term effects of it. Look at me, I'm sick. I never gave permission for any of
goes
this.
back to
No
Cosima's
one
comments
gives
about
permission to be
how,
born. I created you.
you know, this
as
could
a
have some risks in the
beautiful
future.
baseline.
We're not giving you candles so you can make more lab rats.
I
Cosima,
just,
you're dying.
I don't know, I just feel so,
And you know
like,
that you don't
difficult
have the
with this whole
resources to
situation,
save
what they're
yourself.
doing.
But share the original's genome, and together we can make a cure for all of you.
She's gonna take the deal with the devil.
Rachel's the angriest. There's even some I don't know.
I'm sorry, Monkey. I didn't understand.
You can tap into their feet, like,
Those aren't dreams.
I know you're...
So, what are they?
You can see it.
I wish I did.
She's got some kind of mental power.
As we have ever been.
To a cure.
Is she giving the deal with the devil?
My love.
Ah! No! 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 I'm sure he sees her as a mother figure. That's not great. Unless you're into Game of Thrones shit, that's not great. No. I think we all know the horrific nature about this episode with the whole baby and the... I guess the horrors of Brightborn's experimentations, of course, testing out the embryo and seeing how, you know, how well, I don't know if it's unforgivable because, well, then again, Cosima's sided with them. She's not exactly forgiving them for what they're doing, but, you know, there is an open opportunity to fix her condition, whether Susan does go through with that, because she did say, oh, we can fix you up. And it seems by Susan's comments at the end, of course, with that eerie scene, it's not like she's really related, but like there is that mother feeling, well, I'm sure from Era, but given by Susan's comments, it seems like, you know, she went through with this deal as a method to help her out. Wherever though, I guess even Susan acknowledges that what Cosima feels about what Brightborn, what Neolution are doing with the Brightborn program is completely wrong, and it is like I said. I think when you saw that baby, it just exposed how horrific this whole thing is, and how their experimentations can be too much. I mean, if you take, like, we got discussing with Evie and how she had this condition, of course, and how this trial, I guess, fixed her up, but this is the thing, if you take away that, if you don't experiment on the embryos, but this is all part of studying, and then that's what I'm saying, when they took away the baby, it was a means to, you know, I guess fix her up. Okay, let the test begin. Okay, it was, what was it, BP syndrome? So they got the first part underway, and now they could move on to, you know, studying, yeah, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, if you took that away, you'd have some kind of leniency to what, you know, the Brightborn... I mean, yes, like Cosima said, there is that ethical debate, you know, what, as well as the fact that you question, you know, you haven't analysed a lifelong Brightborn patient, Like, you don't know what kind of repercussions comes down later in the year. Like Cosima, like, she was, of course, a leader, as we all well know. And, you know, it took it will have taken... Because here's the thing, well, I guess with Charlotte, it's a bit more progressive considering she's a clone of a clone, so things are going to deteriorate a bit more rapidly. But with Cosima, it took decades for, you know, her to show the symptoms that Katya had. So you don't know what kind of repercussions come down on the line. But that's why I'm saying I'd have a bit more leniency to what Brightborn are doing. It's still a bit shaky about what they're doing, isn't it? But, like I said, you've got that bit of leniency. But then, but that's what I'm saying. Here we are with the whole baby delivery, and it was absolutely appalling stuff, considering, like, it was appalling for what Brightborn are doing. Testing out the embryos. Now that I think about it, that comment about, well, we don't really ask to be born. They didn't ask to, okay, just experiment on me, you know, do this to me and all that. So, kind of a bit of a weak argument, maybe, I don't know. But, yeah, like I said, that whole thing, uncovering, you know, the truth about Brightborn's experimentations and their, the horrors, of what they're doing to the embryos was just, you know, messed up. And thankfully, well, I mean, I think any of the leaders would have, you know, been horrified by that, especially Helena, I guess. But it's appropriate that we use Cosima, of course, considering the fact that she wanted to discover the science behind Brightborn, and lo and behold, the viewer and she got that kind of detail about what Brightborn are doing, and it was really, really, really horrific. You just got. I was just thinking, you know, you got to consider, you know, the disabilities as well. Like, you know, that, like I said, this is what I'm talking about. I mean, if you take away the embryo bit and you just, you know, edit like fix up people who are disabled and all that without, you know, resorting to this experimentation, then you'd have a bit more leniency. I mean, sure, there is that chance that, you know, like I said, it all goes back to that comment that you could develop an illness further down the line in your later years, but you know, you're just thinking about disabilities and people who are never able to walk, or I don't know, they don't have an arm or something. I'm just thinking of, like, a lot of possibilities, and it could work out in the long run. But like I said, you've got all of the you've got that unethical thing. You've got the fact that they could develop some kind of disease further down the line, and then we've got that scene, of course, the embryo scene, which, like I said, that's, remove that, maybe I'd be a bit fine. I'm not, so yeah. But yeah, it was great to see Cosima in on the main event action, considering the fact that she's been sidelined a bit, but like I said, if there's anyone who's going to understand the science, it's Cosima, so it was great to see that. Yeah, it was just really, really great. Of course, Sarah on the sideline actually this time as well, but I think it was much needed as well, like for her character as well as for Kira's as well, considering, you know, if she keeps doing this and she keeps abandoning Kira, then Kira's not going to know who, like, she will literally not have an idea on who her mother is, I guess, if she was, I don't know, paired off with Ali or anyone else. That said, Ali did, you know, become quite hostile with Sarah, of course. I can understand, you know, so me doing, you know, that drugstore thing, that was okay, but you, offshoring cocaine, I guess. No, but I thought that was like that comment about Helena was a bit, because, you know, Helena's all chill and all that, and now Helena's missing and we have no idea where she's gone to. I mean, surely there's a few more Prolifians out there, maybe. Like, what if they've gotten to her? Like, third time is the charm, so, yeah. So you just begin to worry about, and as well as the carnage that Helena could cause, knowing her personality, so you just begin to worry. But yeah, the Sarah scenes was absolutely interesting, especially, you know, the beef between her and Felix, of course, which it does break my heart a bit, but I understand Sarah's concerns, especially if they're connected to Neolution. And, you know, the whole ordeal with Sarah, like, they could use Adele to get to Felix, to get everything, the whole shebang with Kira as well. And you can understand that, but she was, I think the fact is that she was being a bit super aggressive. Like I said, I mean, I understand why, like I said, I understand why Sarah was like this, but, you know, there's also, you gotta feel some hope for Felix as well. I mean, there's no proof to back this up, just a little coinky-dink, of course. I mean, it's not like all of the patients at the Brightborn presentation were, you know, like, super, super evil. They were like, patients, like Adele was, Adele, I guess, was a member for that, gene connection thing, wasn't it? Yeah, she was just a member, so she was, I guess, none the wiser. She wasn't, really a mole like those, I guess, patrons of Brightborn. But, yeah, you do feel a bit. I mean, but you, like I said, you understand Sarah, especially with the fact that, you know, Felix could put, hope first, because, you know, if you're finding your long-lost family in that, I guess, and you've got this opportunity to bond with them and have a bit of hope, you can become clouded with that hope that, you know, any kind of consequence is banned. You don't want to hear anything. And that's what Felix was doing, especially with the fact that he feels like, oh, so you're not getting that moment in the sun because I have an actual sister here. So, yeah, it was a bit heated, of course, and of course, I think Sarah's going to have a lot of ass kissing to do with Adele now, but we'll just have to see how that develops, of course. But it was typically a broken family dinner, like you don't expect anything else. I think the day we're going to have a nice family dinner is going to be the day that, you know, everything just gets cancelled from TV or something like that. But, no, it was just really, really interesting from Sarah's side, especially, Kira's comments at the end as well about how she's able to detect, like, some kind of, like, I don't know, she can read into their minds and all that. So, that's obviously got a lot of relevancy to the whole gene editing, the Neolution stuff. So, Maybe we're going to dig in further, because that was kind of teased back when she got hit by the car, didn't she, back in season 1, like, the whole Neolution stuff was, I think it was kind of teased back then, especially with how she was able to survive. But, you know, maybe that's going to stem further, especially with with her cryptic comments. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how, you know, that does develop. The Donnie scenes, oh my god, Donnie just is a delight, especially with Krystal, of course. Krystal just getting the wrong end of the stick, but that was great. Unfortunate for Ira as well. I'm not sure if he knows about Krystal and, you know, her encounter with Seth and Rudy, but I do feel a bit for Ira, but considering Krystal has no idea about the whole clone situation, you can't blame her for reacting like that. I mean, if you've got exactly the same face as the people who, you know, did horrific things to you, then it's not gonna go down well. So poor Ira. I mean, he's a sweet soul at the end of the day, and like I said, I think he's one of the better casters. Like, he's completely calm. He's like soothing, and he's like happy days. You know, I'm sure I had something else as well. Like, what I usually do a review, I usually structure them. Like, as in, okay, I know I'm going to talk about this first and then this last and all that, but I don't know, I've completely lost organisation skills all of a sudden, but, no, it was just really, really great getting into the Brightborn thing, especially Krystal, throwing in the shenanigans, of course. But yeah, it was really, really great getting all the details about Brightborn and how, you know, Neolution offer to make a better humanity. We got a realization with that, I guess, but it's a twisted, you know, tale, I guess, but especially with the whole embryos stuff. But it was just really, really great, especially, you know, getting in on Cosima. But it was just a really, really fantastic episode, and I just, you know, keep getting impressed by season 4 more and more. And I just really enjoyed this episode. It was really fab stuff, especially, like I said, on the Cosima front. But also, you know, Krystal's involvement, and the family tension, of course. Finally giving some clarity, I guess, for Adele. I'm not sure if she still has something up her sleeve, because I know Shay was completely innocent. Like, she wasn't we had this whole assumption role of Shay, like, oh, what if she's a spy and all that? And, I mean, there was some really deep history with her background, of course, but, maybe there's going to be something more than, you know, her being Felix's, sibling, but we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. But yeah, it was a really fantastic episode. Horrific stuff, horrific going into the, world of Brightborn, but yeah. Ooh. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Feeds channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!